Hello everyone, this is Robin, and today I'm doing the Get to Know Your Witches tag. So it's been a while since I did any videos, and I recently went back and looked at some of the videos that I'd made, even some that I don't have on the channel anymore, and I was like, you know what? I liked doing videos, and I like having something to go back and watch myself, like who I was then, and I think it's nice. So I'm gonna do this one. Uh, for the Get to Know Your Witches tag. The first question is, does your sun sign portray you correctly? If not, do your other planetary signs? I think my sun sign, which is Libra, by the way, I think it portrays me pretty accurately in general, at least what I think about and my goals and kind of general orientation in life and my values. I do value social connection, although for a while I wasn't that good at it. I've gotten a lot better, but like the idea of Libra as like the harmonizer, the negotiator, the lawyer, even although I'm not by any stretch of the imagination a lawyer or well versed in legality at all. I do care about what's right, and I do care about having and abiding by a personal value system. So I think it's pretty accurate. Um, do my other planetary signs? Uh, well, the moon I have is in Sagittarius, and I think that's really accurate for my emotional states. I'm I like to think about what the world means and what we're doing here all the time. Um, Generally optimistic whenever I'm not deep in trauma or depression. Um, but there's this underlying current of optimism and expansiveness and wanting to learn and wanting to share and philosophical idealism and stuff. So I think that's pretty accurate. Um, let's see. What songs bring you the most magical vibes is question number two. Probably something by Lorena McKennitt. Um, there's a song, All Souls Night. I always thought that was pretty magical feeling. Um, what else? I don't know. I listen to a lot of music and kind of go into dance trances. um, and that could be anything emotionally evocative. A lot of songs by Sia. I a lot of songs by Sia. I dance trance to, um, and do a lot of emotional figuring out complicated emotions to music. It's one of my um, longest stimming pastimes, like autistic stimming pastimes. It's for emotional regulation. And, a lot of those experiences can feel really magical. They feel really um, connective and deep and important to me. So, yeah, lots of different things can. See ya, though. See ya. um, let's see. Janelle Monet too. Janelle Monet. Anyway, um, let's see. Which of your deities, guides, ancestors, or ancestors is most sarcastic with you? Loki, definitely. 100%. There is no other answer. Uh, question number four. What's the biggest witchy mess up or misinterpretation you misinterpretation you've had. Um, oh God. Oh God. Okay. So my my patron deities, for lack of a better term, are Set and Nephthys from the ancient Egyptian pantheon, and I still have the charm part, but the string for it broke. I had a necklace for Set. It was a Shah, a Set animal, and I was wearing that, and somebody at my workplace recognized it and recognized what it was, and she was like, "Oh, that's the ancient Egyptian god Set." Are you a Satanist? And I'm just like, oh God, no. And I don't know. It was this really weird thing because I don't know. There's a particular branch of Satanism that takes things out of context, and I don't think they. In any case, they have nothing to do with me. So, and she actually was like knew some of the history of that particular sect or that particular branch, and was like, this guy from history that was the founder of this sect. He was a really bad dude. And I'm like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, no, yeah, that's some bad shit. But that's not what I'm about. So that was probably the biggest misunderstanding uh, that I've had. Um, the other biggest probably was whenever I did a tarot reading for somebody in a tarot Facebook group, and dear God, never do anything on Facebook ever. Just close the Facebook, delete your account, and move forward with your life because that place is a hellhole. But anyway, I did this tarot reading for somebody on Facebook once, and I don't even remember what the reading was about, but I don't know. I started describing what the cards meant and like what I was interpreting from them, and she was like, "That's not right. You shouldn't. You have to tell people if you're psychic because otherwise you're violating my consent." And it's like, the fuck are you? Excuse the fuck? What? What? No. Jeez. uh, she was like, "You're reading my mind," and like she was absolutely convinced that I was reading her mind, and I'm just like, "You asked, you asked for a tarot reading. What? Anyway, that was bizarre. That was so bizarre. She was a little bit freaked out. I don't know, but whatever. It's over now. Anyway, biggest witchy misinterpretations. Fifth question. Would you write a book on your craft or spirituality? Why? No, probably not. Uh, I don't know. I don't really feel like writing a memoir of any kind. I also, like, I just don't care to, like, I write a spiritual blog, and I'll definitely, like, write about topics on the spiritual blog. I'll write about my spirituality there. But as far as a book seems like I'm not going to educate anybody on how to do things my way. It's like, do your own thing. I don't care. Do your own stuff. You're better at figuring out what's good for you than I am. So like, just go out into the wild blue yonder and search for the meaning of life. Like, go be free. So no, probably not. Let's see. There's my computer light turning off again. as it tends to do. Let's see. If someone wanted to summon you to their circle, what 5 items would they need? A really interesting book, um, or like a fantasy novel, especially a queer fantasy novel. Yes. Um, Queer fantasy novel. Let's say that. Art supplies, lapis lazuli, rose quartz, and a tarot deck. That seems good. Or like, or like a picture. No, I should not say that. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay, those are my 5 things. That's it. Okay. So, number 7. If you were a ghost, what place would you haunt? I ain't sticking around. There is no place interesting enough. I don't just to stay for a long time. Just like why? I'm moving on to better things, man. I'm peace be with you. Goodbye. I'm out. Um, but if I had to, I guess, probably somewhere where there's a lot to see. Like I don't have to focus on any one particular thing. I can like go out and be in nature and watch all the animals interact, all the like environmental, watch the ecosystem happen. Um, or go swimming underwater for a few years. I don't know. Go trail a pod of dolphins or something. Or let's see. Or kind of hang around a big city where there's lots of interesting things happening and people just everywhere. Um, Lots of exciting energies. Anyway, um, let's see. Number 8. What is the funniest way someone has reacted to finding out you were a witch? I don't know. Like, probably that person that was like, "Is that a thing of set? Are you a Satanist?" Um, I don't know. I don't tell a lot of people that I think are likely to react weirdly, so there haven't really been many funny reactions. Not that I can think of. None that stand out in my memory, anyway. Um, Number 9. Do you have any superstitions? I mean, superstitions. Probably I have anxiety habits. I have a few anxiety habits. Um, Superstitions about like ritual or about tarot. Uh, Probably, maybe. But like I said, I don't know. I'm a generally anxious person. None that I can really think of that stand out. That's the second answer that I've said like that. Let's see. Number 10. If you could possess any fantasy magic, what would your power be? Probably healing. I mean, you know, any fantasy magic, what system would I want it to be in? It'd be like either X-Men mutant sort of healing where it's just like you touch someone and all of their wounds close up. You know, that would be really cool. Or waterbending from the Avatar Last Airbender. Waterbending rocks. Mm, yeah, let's go with that. Number 11, what is something random on your altar? Well, right now I have a circular tin um, that's kind of like a portable altar that I have pasted on the inside a picture of a chocolate cake that says "fuck the patriarchy." I gave that to Bast. Um, let's see. I have a plastic butterfly ring that I got off of the top of a cupcake. I have sparkling mineral water um, pop off caps. I have a bookmark about following your joy. Um, I have an obsidian arrowhead and a really small copper box that is shaped like a cat. That's really cute. Here, I can show you. Sorry. Meow. Here it is. Isn't it so cute? This is also for Bast. You think it's cute, guys? Yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, and I have a tiny little, like, Pokemon Caterpie figure. That's the other thing. Alright. What else? Number 12. If one of the YouTubers you watched was a genie and they could grant you 3 wishes with their power, within their power, who would it be and what wishes? Um, uh, Kellyanne Maddox is one of my favorite spiritual and tarot YouTubers. I don't know that I want anything in particular. Maybe a free reading would be nice, but then I'd feel bad because it's like you deserve compensation for your effort and your time. So like I don't really want anything from anybody. um I'd be like love your everybody, not to her specifically, but to like to anybody. I'd be just like love yourself. Be yourself. Make all the content you want and be silly and be whoever you are and do what you want, do what you love, man. Do what you love. Yeah. Number 13. If you could instantly become an expert in any part of your craft or spirituality, what would it be? Right now, it would probably be Egyptology. Because those are the deities that I honor and that I connect with the most. And Egyptology is really vast and difficult, and history and archaeology is like really interesting. Really, really interesting. Like, dang. But also, like, it makes my brain hurt. So, because history, if you're doing history responsibly, it's like all the historians are like, well, we found this, and this is what this is sort of what it means, but we're not really sure because we can't say anything for sure because we don't have enough like conclusive evidence. But this is probably how it was, but then we can't really say that. So it's like you're very responsible, and that's fine. And also, life it's okay. But I want to know stuff. I don't know. Maybe if I could have like more room to put all the different little bits of factual information into my brain, I could like synthesize them better. But I don't know if I could. become an expert at anything, it would probably be Egyptology right now. Um, let's see. Let's see. Number 14. When you die, what do you think will happen to you or your soul? Well, I don't know, but probably, probably, based on a panic attack near death experience that I sort of had whenever I was really high. Um, my soul probably will lose its ego states and not give a fuck. Um, very much about a bunch of the stuff that I judge myself about, and or uh, have a much broader perspective about the universe and what I've been doing here or anywhere. Um, we'll probably fuck off back home, wherever home is. Um, if I am able to keep any sort of ego state after death, um, I've been hoping that I could go and hang out with my deities that I love, because they're rad and I love them. So if any of the ego states stay, that's where I want to go. But otherwise, yeah, if the ego states go bye-bye, then probably the soul matter or whatever's there, the point of consciousness, um, it's just going to go back to whatever source of buzzing, light, pulsing, whatever in the universe that is just out there birthing a bunch of random shit. It's just going to go back there. Um, let's see, number 15. Where do you see yourself spiritually in the next 5 years? Well, I would like to do a lot of more in-depth studying, either Egyptology or, um, trauma healing, which, I've done a lot for myself, but I'd like to learn better how to be there for others. Um, I was looking into a program for chaplaincy, which I would have to do through an organized, like, religious entity, which is probably going to end up Christian because it's one of the only ones available that is even slightly open to me. And there are ones that take non-Christians into like a seminary program or a chaplaincy program. Um, some of them have like dual credit with like social work along with this thing, and I thought, I like social work. I think social work is great. This is the bee's knees, and I would love to do that. So, I have often thought about what I could do with more serious, structured, or not even really structured, just like more personally disciplined spiritual study, either even if it's just by myself with my personal blog or any of the online communities that I participate in, engage in. If there's something more constructive and collective that I could do, kind of to bring people together to help them out, um, I'd like to do something like that. Yeah. Anyway, and I did start going to like a Unitarian Universalist church a little bit with a friend, and it's nice. It's not perfect. There's still some stuff that I don't necessarily agree with or kind of raise an eyebrow to, but You know, it's a thing that exists, and it's not terrible. It's kind of nice. But yeah, I like being a solitary pagan practitioner. Oh, and I have a group of friends that I do a witchy group with, and so it's fun. We talk about our different spiritual paradigms and all of our different, like, beliefs and stuff, and all of our different magical workings. And we do magic together. And it's so good, Kylo. I love you. I love him so much. Yeah. Anyway, that's been the Get to Know Your Witches tag. Thank you for watching.